Farmer Zainab Mehdi fled her home in the Lebanese border town of Naqoura last year, during the war between Israel and Hezbollah. Nearly a year after a truce was meant to bring calm, she hasn't returned. Israel has kept up strikes, and troops occupying hilltops in Lebanon still flatten homes, according to residents, Lebanese officials and rights organisations. That's although rockets are no longer launched from Lebanon. Mehdi now works on a farming project funded by the UN Women's Agency in the coastal city of Tyre. The strikes are keeping tens of thousands of Lebanese like Mehdi away from the ruined towns and villages of the south, unable to return or rebuild.
Whatever house was still standing or land was still in good shape, they razed. They pulled the water pumps out from the ground and destroyed them. All the irrigation I had in the ground is broken. I have nothing. No irrigation, nothing. So we have to stay here in Tyre. If it wasn't for that, we would have returned, and the house is gone.
These satellite images, reviewed by Reuters, show the town in January with at least 24 structures intact that appear destroyed by September, apparently by strikes. Israel says its post-truce strikes target Hezbollah's efforts to re-establish military posts or train new fighters, accusing the group recently of hiding, quote, terrorist activity under civilian disguise in Lebanon. Hezbollah denies that it's seeking to reconstitute its military force in South Lebanon and says Israel is striking the area to deliberately keep civilians from ever returning home. Civilians on both sides of the border were supposed to return safely to their homes under a US-brokered ceasefire agreed last November. But more than 64,000 people remain displaced in Lebanon, including nearly 1,000 who fled areas this month where Israel carried out strikes, the International Organization for Migration says. Some still live in schools in Tyre. Munifa Aidibe transformed her catering business into a community kitchen when Israel sharply escalated its strikes last September, beginning what the Lebanese call the 66-day war. Also supported by the UN Women's Agency, the kitchen uses the harvest from Mehdi's farming to make 1,350 meals daily for the displaced in the schools.
No, honestly, we thought that when the 66-day war is done, that we would of course stop. We didn't expect that people wouldn't go back to their homes. We thought that when the war stops, everyone would return. But unfortunately, all the displacement centers are still open, and they still have people, and we still have to make meals for them.
Aidibe pointed to a recent strike in the town of Bint Jbeil that killed children, Israel's warnings to Lebanese to stay away from southern villages, and the daily buzz of Israeli drones overhead. The war never ended, she says. We're still living in a war. Badiah Suleiman was elected to Hula's municipal council this year, but cannot live in the border town since an Israeli strike destroyed her home last year. Before and after satellite images of Hula also show considerable post-ceasefire destruction of buildings. Suleiman visits weekly to support the township's modest efforts to revive public services.
When I see the people of Hula and how much determination they have for life, and I'm one of those people that has that determination to keep going, not to leave this land, I say yes, we're coming back. Of course we're coming back.
Israel has said it needed to keep forces in Lebanon to defend Israeli citizens before territory is fully handed over to Lebanese troops. It said in August it would be willing to reduce its troop presence in Lebanon if the Lebanese army takes steps to disarm Hezbollah.